The sides are out and it's set for Cape Town. The question is, can lightning strike twice? I'm the rugby tourist. Let's take a look at the sides. Okay, so we see at this front row, Oxenchae, Malcolm Marx keeping their shirts with Thomas Tupou coming in. And on the Wallaby side, Tom Robertson replacing James Hipper with Billy Pollard and Taniela Tupou keeping their shirts. Overall, I felt the Springboks last week weren't at their best in the front row. They'll be looking to get that right this week and put in a huge performance. All change for the Springboks. At locks, RJ Snyman coming in and Snyman Nortje. This is a change most likely down to the rotation that Razzie has talked about. I thought that the locks last week had a great game for them. The Wallabies are sticking with the same. Nick Frost and Will Skelton. Again, good performances, but they'll need the same again this week. More changes for the Springboks at loose forward. Marco van Stanen does keep his position, but Jean-Luc de Preez comes in after a long time to replace Sia Kalise, and Franco Mostert comes in to replace Peter Staff-Totoy. On the Wallaby side, Fraser McReight and Tom Hooper keep their positions, rightly so. Fraser McReight being central to everything that happened. I thought he was fantastic in last week's game. With Rob Valetini coming in to replace the injured Harry Wilson, that could be a significant change. There's huge weight on Rob's shoulders with Harry Wilson having such a good game last week. Grant Williams keeps his shirts at 9, one of only 5 players to keep a starting 15 shirts, and Andre Pollard is brought in for all his experience, possibly to shore up the ship. And the Wallaby side, it's Nick White and James O'Connor keeping their partnership. These guys are going to be crucial, especially James O'Connor had a fantastic game last week. He is going to be absolutely crucial if the Wallabies are going to repeat their performance. At centre, Damien Dalande comes in and Jesse Creel gets the captain's arm badge for the Springboks. Lenny Kitao and Suali'i keep their positions in partnership. I thought Suali'i had a great game last week. There were gaps for sure, but he is getting into the code now and he did score a try. So really good result. Let's see what he brings this week. All change on the back line for the Springboks with Cheslin Kolbe, Willie Le Roux and Kanan Moody coming in, bringing lots of experience and looking to change the shape of the game this week. I think this is more of the tactical change. On the Wallaby side, Tom Wright keeps his position after a little bit of a bumpy start. Had a fantastic game last week and Max Jorgensen maintains his shirt. Corey Toole coming in to replace the injured Dylan Peach. Back to a 6-2 split for the Springboks on the bench. I do think they're going to try and bring more power. They're going to try and control the game more. They're going to try and limit those the backline of the Wallabies from running free. But what do you think? Will the loss of Dylan Peach and Harry Wilson really make a difference to the Wallabies? Will they be able to maintain this massive improvement that we've seen? Or will the Springboks shut it down, close out the game, and all that experience just make sure they get over the line for a huge game in Cape Town? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe for more 2025 Rugby Championship content.